Welcome to ASVAB Drill. If you're watching this video, that means you signed up for our free ASVAB practice test. In this video, we're going to cover 2 questions from each of the 4 sections that make up the AFQT score: arithmetic reasoning, mathematics knowledge, word knowledge, and paragraph comprehension. So let's get started. Arithmetic reasoning. Question 1. Jason bought a camera on sale that normally cost $160. If the price was reduced by 20% during the sale, what was the sale price of the camera? A. $120. B. $124. C. $128. D. $140. Pause the video and try to solve for yourself, and then we'll go over the answer. The correct answer is C. This question asks you to determine the sale price of a camera that normally sells at $160 and is discounted by 20%. To solve, determine what 20% of 160 equals. First, rewrite 20% as a decimal, which would make 20% equal 0.20. Then multiply 0.20 times 160, which equals 32. Now all we have to do is subtract $32 from $160, which gives us an answer of $128. Choice C. Now let's move on to question 2. Question 2. A subway car passes 3 stations every 10 minutes. At this rate, how many stations will it pass in 1 hour? A. 15. B. 18. C. 20. And D. 30. Pause the video and try to solve. The correct answer is B. First, set up the rate as a proportion, where x is the number of stations. Let's show you how to do that. Formula for rate is rate equals distance over time. Now, let's set up our formula. This is our new formula, but as you can see, we have to convert hours into minutes. So now, we've converted 1 hour to 60 minutes. Now all we have to do is cross multiply and solve for x. Cross multiplying gives us 180 equals 10x. Now it's time to solve for x. You solve for x by dividing both sides by 10, which would give us 18 equals x. So the answer is B. Now, let's move on to word knowledge. Question 1. Noble most nearly means A. Comely, B. Loose, C. Aristocratic, D. Lackadaisical. Pause the video and try to figure this one out for yourself. The answer is C. Noble means related to high rank or social class. The aristocracy is composed of the highest classes in society. Therefore, choice C is correct. Question 2. John initially disagreed with Megan, but then he had to concede her point about the budget. Concede most nearly means A. Argue, B. Understand, C. Counter, D. Admit. Pause the video and try to solve this one. The correct answer is D. The sentence draws a contrast between John initially disagreeing with Megan and then conceding her point. That context suggests that concede likely means the opposite of disagree. Admit is the best match. To admit a point is to agree with it. Paragraph comprehension. Directions. This section contains paragraphs followed by incomplete statements or questions. For each question, read the paragraph and select the answer that best completes the statement or answers the question that follows. Question 1. The first detective stories written by Edgar Allan Poe and Arthur Conan Doyle, emerged in the mid-19th century, at a time when there was enormous public interest in science. The newspapers of the day continually publicized the latest scientific discoveries, and scientists were acclaimed as the heroes of the age. Poe and Conan Doyle shared this fascination with the methodical, logical approach used by scientists in their experiments, and instilled their detective heroes with outstanding powers of scientific reasoning. The main idea of this passage is A. Science fiction was not popular among the 19th century readers. B. Scientific progress made its way into the fiction of the time. C. Newspapers detailed detective work each day. And D. The first detective stories were written by scientists. The correct answer is B. The main idea of the passage is the most important idea conveyed by the author. Choice B pinpoints the author's main point. Choice C distorts a detail from the passage. Choice A is not mentioned in the passage. The author states that science was extremely popular in the 19th century, which implies that science fiction was as well, but no direct information is given about the popularity of science fiction. Choice D is incorrect because there is no mention of Poe and Doyle being scientists. Children have an amazing talent for learning vocabulary. Between the ages of 1 and 17, the average child learns the meaning of about 80,000 words, about 14 per day. Dictionaries and traditional classroom vocabulary lessons only account for part of this knowledge growth. More important are individuals' reading habits and their dialogue with people whose vocabularies are larger than their own. Reading shows students how words are used in sentences. Conversation offers students a chance to ask questions about the language. According to the passage, reading is valuable to students because A. Children learn differently than adults. B. Words used in stories are generally harder. C. Reading provides vocabulary clues within sentences. And D. Vocabulary is learned mostly through conversation. The correct answer is C. The answer to a detailed question such as this would be a paraphrase of what you find in the passage. You are told that reading shows students how words are used in sentences, so C is correct. A is incorrect because adults are never mentioned. B also was not stated in the passage. D does not answer the question. It is not necessarily true based on the information given. Mathematics knowledge. Question 1. If 48 is divided by 0.08, the result is A. 0.06, B. 0.6, C. 60, or D. 600. Pause the video and try to solve this one. The correct answer is D. A question like this one tests your ability to work with decimals. 48 over 0.08 is the same as 4800 over 8, which equals 600. So D is correct. When dividing by a decimal, be sure to move the decimal place the same number of spaces for both numbers. Question 2. If the number 9,899,399 is increased by 2,082, the result will be A. 9,901,481, B. 9,901,471, C. 9,902,481, or D. 9,902,471. The correct choice is A. Be careful with your number crunching here. 9,899,399 plus 2,082 equals 9,901,481. Choice A. Alright guys, That was a brief example of a practice test that you can find inside of our course. You'll also be able to find study guides about each of these topics, as well as PDF printouts. Be sure to watch our YouTube channel. It's updated daily with new videos about the ASVAB. And as always, if you guys have any questions, be sure to reach out to us on asvabjoe.com.